The first week of free agency has started for the 49ers, and they lost some players, they gained some players, they've reloaded in some places. There's some interesting conversations to be had about competitions, who seems to be a starter, all that type of stuff. And you know what? Let's get into that, shall we? So let's roll that intro. Guys, Austin Sharp here. Once again for another 49ers videos. I know it's been a while since I posted it, haven't I? But it's really because there was no news that needed me, and that makes sense, right? Like, to make a video. Like, these are going to be conversations that are going to be happening in this entire off season. Why waste them now to talk about, right? Do I want to talk about Brock Purdy finally getting his surgery and his timeline? No, I want to get more facts and all that type of stuff. But anyway, free agency has started. 49ers have lost some players. You know, most notably, if you want, big names, right? Jimmy Garoppolo, thank you, and Mike McGlinchey, and Jimmy Ward, Aziz, Brunskill, Charles Mayhew. I'm probably missing some, but that's who you can immediately name. And yeah, big losses. I think some of these losses were expected. Oh yeah, and Emmanuel Mosley, that was a bit of a weird one. Entire conversation that we have about free agencies in California. But anyway, right? You're losing players, but you also gain some players, right? Basically your biggest one was D lineman Javon Hargraves. Get yourself a second guy in the middle of that defensive line that can help out Eric Armstead and Nick Bosa. You're still needing someone to be the Robin to Nick Bosa. And that's what the draft is for, right? And hopefully Drake Jackson can develop in that way. And also this is a move that, straight up, shows that they're not really high on what Javon Kinlaw can do, right? Get yourself a proven talent, right? That's what free agency is. Proven talent, getting paid. You love to see it, guys, right? That's why I'm glad to see Brunskill, all the guys that the 49ers have lost, get paid, right? That's good. I enjoyed their time on this team, but hey, they're getting paid. That what matters, guys, all right? And, if you think rings are more important, then don't care. And then, Sam Darnold, right? One of the first quarterbacks signed, right? And very interesting signing because it's a talk about basically how do you see this entire week has been, what is Sam Darnold's role, right? It's his job to compete with Trey Lance in the offseason, in training camp, OTAs, all that type of stuff. Who knows, really, right? Is he the backup quarterback? Because Brock Purdy is going to be out longer than the 6-month period. Who knows, right? We just know from a talent perspective that quarterbacks that get injured on the 49ers, when it's either their fault or no one else's fault, right? It's just horrible luck. You're going to go through quarterbacks. 49ers need quarterbacks, and if you want a guy with experience, upside, if he can finally figure out, Sam Darnold can be probably a decent quarterback in this league. It's just the development has not been there, the decision making has not been there. If you pair this guy with Kyle Shanahan, what can happen, right? That's the biggest thing. And there's going to be talk about, hey, can Sam Darnold be a better quarterback than Trey Lance, right? That's going to be a talking point. And the talking point, in my opinion, goes like this, right? With Sam Darnold versus Trey Lance, right? The guy that has the more reps is going to look better, right? He's just has seen more NFL snaps, NFL stuff, right? And that's Trey Lance's downfall as a quarterback right now. Doesn't have the snaps, doesn't have the all that type of stuff, right? So if it does seem like Sam Darnold, in theory, has an upper hand, there should be an upper hand. But the thing about it with Sam Darnold is there's still problems, right? This man saw a ghost, all right? Guy got benched for PJ Walker, right? He had himself a good run at the end of his run with Carolina. That has to be noted for a fact. Had some good stuff his first year there, all that type of stuff. But anyway, the point is this, right? If this is a move that the 49ers say they need 3 quarterbacks that they think they can win games with. And in Kyle Shanahan's mind right now, he thinks if he had to bring 3 quarterbacks on this roster, knowing that 2 had to be Brock Purdy and Trey Lance, it seems he wants his third to be Sam Darnold. And you got to trust the process, all right? And let's see what else is there. Additions that the 49ers have made here. And also, another fact to go along with free agency for the 49ers is comp picks, right? They sign these D linemen to deals, prove it deals. They go and get paid. You get comp picks. And also, you lose, your general managers and coaches all the time. You get more comp picks. Great system the 49ers have going on in free agency. And then, you signed a depth piece and former Raiders defensive lineman and Celine Farrell. He's supposed to be the next one in line. That's like, hey, play here, get rotational sacks and pressures, all that type of stuff. Get paid next year. And then you got an actual competition for most parts. And, Isaiah Oliver, cornerback. He looked like a bust at first, but, he switched where he played cornerback. And, it's going to be very big for the 49ers in how they play defense. And it's going to be a fun watch, right? He's going to compete with Samuel Womack, a guy that looked locked at first for the job. But, how that goes, right? Jimmy Ward comes back. You got to play Jimmy Ward. Now, Jimmy Ward ain't here. So now you got to, have a competition. Find the starter. And from all accounts, right, he, I forget his name. I'm sorry for that, Isaiah Oliver should be a decent guy. Should be a steal if he actually does earn the job from all accounts. And, you also re-signed some of you guys, right? Let's see. You re-upped Brendel, Gibson, Givens, McKivitz, Jennings, and Pepper, right? That's also another part of free agency. Keeping your core together. You are now going to have a center start 2 years consecutively under Kyle Shanahan. Round of applause, Kyle. You got your center. You also got Gibson. He got rejuvenized playing with Talanoa Hufanga. Let's see if he can do that once again. Right tackle, bit iffy, but you think you got your guy. Let's see how the draft plays out, all that type of stuff. And that's the more interesting part, right? You're now seeing the draft plan for the 49ers, it seems, right? They still have to give, Nick Bosa his Robin, right? But honestly, I think you can do a bit of best available in this draft for, the positions that you need, right? Just, it's going to be an interesting watch, seeing what they do with their picks. They're probably going to trade up this year, in my opinion. But anyway, very much an interesting watch here for the 49ers. As stated before, Jimmy Garoppolo, officially not a 49er. He's a Raider. I wish all the best for Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm a young 49ers fan. I have not seen good quarterback play. And, just seeing decent midway quarterback play in the NFL, I was excited. I have a jersey somewhere of Jimmy Garoppolo's. But anyway, thank you, Jimmy, all that type of stuff. And this has been the first week of free agency for 49ers, all that type of stuff. I know a lot of content creators posted, earlier in the week all that type of stuff. And the thing with me is I'm a weird guy with how I like to do my takes, all that type of stuff. I like to see the full scope of, hey, what did your first week in, which is basically the major week of free agency, and how does that make your draft look, who you re-up, all that type of stuff. There's still guys they need to re-up, see who they lose, see who they gain, all that type of stuff. It's going to be a fun watch. Going to continue making content on it. Probably some mock drafts as well. And if you have enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, comment. Helps the channel grow. Because I very much enjoy making these videos, even though I haven't made them lately because really wasn't anything to talk about. But anyway, this has been Dawson Richard. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, comment. This has been Dawson Richard, and I'll see you guys next time.